Hey guys, welcome. Today we are breaking down clear signs that can help you spot a woman who's flighty and unreliable, the kind you see every single day. Some of you may have even tried building a relationship with one, and let's be honest, it ended badly. Let's build up to the most important and interesting part step by step. First, let me ask, what is a person's personality anyway? Personally, I define it as a set of dynamic tendencies. Most of our tendencies are shaped by life experience. The more varied your experiences, the more likely they'll shape your character. All right, let me simplify it. Someone who smoked for years and then quits, they don't just magically erase that part of themselves. Someone addicted to the internet who takes a break for a week or two hasn't really lost the urge to feel that inner void. If a woman spends her evenings clubbing and hanging out in bars on the regular, that says something about her tendencies. And in a relationship with a girl like that, it'll be you on one side of the scale and her little weaknesses on the other. Let's call it that. At first, you might outweigh it just because you are something new and exciting, but over time, that balance shifts, and there is no guarantee you'll keep winning. In the beginning, everything might seem perfectly normal on the surface. Let's say you catch the interest of a girl who's used to hidden bars. You ask her, so, are you planning to keep partying and drinking like that? And she confidently says, of course not, or we'll go out together, babe. Sounds good, right? But anyone with even a little experience knows how that really plays out. You two agree. We'll party together, we'll hit the clubs together, and if one of us likes someone else, we'll just be honest about it. Yeah? Those are just words said in the heat of the moment. But once that early passion fades, even just a little, those agreements get torn up like they were never there. The same thing applies to cheating tendencies. If a woman already has those traits that make cheating more likely, that doesn't just go away, that risk of waking up with horns on your head is there, whether it's month 1 or year 17 of their relationship. Take the classic example, the party girl. For her, stumbling home drunk at sunrise isn't a red flag, it's her idea of fun. She may have even experimented with different substances. If she's already crossed certain lines for the sake of quick pleasure, then cheating on her boyfriend won't feel like a betrayal. It will feel like just another thrill, because staying loyal, that's a limit, a boundary between her and what she wants right now. And this is a woman who's used to blowing past boundaries every time she hits the club. So finding an excuse to hop into Mike's bed won't take much effort. People are experts at making deals with themselves, especially when it comes to indulging their own weaknesses. And women, they're no exception. Ask a girl only on what she thinks about cheating, and you'll hear something like, what? I could never cheat. If I love someone, it's real. I could never betray someone like that. That's disgusting. I'm not some random slut. Sounds familiar. Sure. There are exceptions. The rare woman who casually admits she might cheat someday. But let's be honest, we are not seriously dating those ones anyway. Look, I'm not making this video so you can just nod along and move on. I suggest you to watch it all the way through, not once, but twice, maybe even take notes, because the behavior signs I'm about to break down for you, they might just save your life one day. Okay, yes, men cheat or women cheat, but when a woman cheats, it's usually fatal to the relationship. Why? Because her betrayal isn't just physical, it's emotional. A woman doesn't sleep with another man unless she's already stopped seeing you as the one. Cheating for her means falling for someone new. Put it this way, new guy equals new feelings. Simple as that. And no, she doesn't come running back in tears right after. It doesn't happen like that. Even if she doesn't leave for the first mic, she'll be gone for the second. Maybe 6 months later, maybe a year, or maybe she'll just keep both and pull you into a triangle or a square or a damn hexagon. If a woman can stay loyal to one man, she'll never make a faithful wife. Over the years, I've seen thousands of stories: women cheating, leaving, dragging men through messy love triangles, and I've learned to spot the signs. So here is the deal: if she checks even one box from the list I'm about to give you, it's a red flag, a serious one. Let's start with the obvious: how she looks. If she's always wearing short shorts, mini skirts, deep cleavage, she's not clueless. She knows exactly what she's doing. She wants attention. She wants men to stare. Now, sure, some women will hit you with, "I dress like this for me." Please don't buy the bullshit. That's just decoration for the lie. When a woman dresses to provoke, she's signaling, "I'm open to new offers." She's not dressing for comfort. She's dressing for competition. And not just with you in mind, but with other women too. The scary part? This doesn't stop once she has a boyfriend. These types don't change. New guys are her dopamine. New attention keeps her going. Yeah, she might look hot. Sure, you'll be tempted. But here is the truth. If she needs to be the center of male attention all the time, she's not ready to build anything serious. And if you think you'll be the one to change her, that you'll make her fall so deep she'll suddenly calm down, wake up. The moment you show weakness, she'll already be texting someone new. If your social media is filled with sexy selfies, thirst traps, bikini pics, and seductive poses, read the signs. That's not confidence, that's validation addiction. These women live for likes. Their self worth is tied to how many guys are in their DMs. They need the trash, beauty, attention, and feeling wanted are her personal drug combo. And guess what? She's not giving that up for you or for anyone. Because if her ego is built on her looks, she'll never stop chasing attention. Long term, she ends up bitter and alone. You are the guy who gets drained trying to keep her happy while she hunts for compliments online. Worse, when things go wrong, she'll twist you, she'll blame you. Because women like this always have a way to justify their actions, including cheating. For her, it's not betrayal, it's just something that happened. And let me be real, for a woman like this to cheat, she needs two things: a willing guy and the right moment. That's it. She's not loyal, she's just waiting for her shot. Next red flag: a chaotic dating history. If she was dating guys in high school, sleeping around early, hopping from one guy to the next, that says one thing: no self control, no standards. Some men here, yeah, I had a few flings. You should hear I don't take relationships seriously. Because if she's had 5 boyfriends in 1 year, each lasting a few weeks or months, that's not experience, that's emotional chaos. To her, being with a man is game, a way to kill time, something to post about. And if it gets boring, on to the next. She's not looking to build, she's looking to feel something. A quality woman respects their relationship, period. That means distance from other men, co workers, old classmates, neighbors, gym buddies. And don't even get me started on exes. They should be gone, blocked, buried. A loyal woman isn't texting other dudes at night. She is not having lunch with a friend who just happens to be a guy who'd sleep with her if he had the chance. She's not accepting flowers from some guy she barely knows or chatting with men on the daily. If this is happening early in the relationship, you are not her boyfriend, bro. You are just one of many, a warm up act in her never ending romantic sitcom, a character in her personal soap opera, and, spoiler alert, you are not the lead. If she keeps a rotation of arbiters, men who give her attention, validation, or options, you are in a love triangle now. And it's only a matter of time before it turns into a full blown emotional geometry. Triangles, squares, and whatever wild shape her drama turns into next. Let's talk about the adrenaline junkies. These women live for chaos, tension, emotional spikes. 1 week it's skydiving, next week it's cliff diving, fast cars, random road trips, partying across countries. And guess what? That same thrill seeking energy gets injected in her relationships. She doesn't want peace, she wants fireworks. And if there aren't any, she'll light the match herself. A stable relationship, too boring. She'll pick fights for fun, flirt with danger, and cheat just to feel alive. Because for her, emotional intensity equals connection. And the more volatile, the better. The next one is a party girl. If she's at the club every weekend, drinks like it's a job, and doesn't even remember the name of her Uber driver, congratulations, you are dating chaos. This woman is escaping. From what? Who knows? Maybe from purpose, maybe from boredom, maybe from herself. She doesn't have goals. She has outfits. She doesn't chase meaning. She chases validation, compliments, and tequila shots. And when someone like that says, I want a serious relationship, what she really means is, I want the emotional stability of a good man while I'm keeping partying like I'm 19. Bro, if she's not grounded, she'll drift wherever the night takes her. And eventually, that night will end in someone else's bed. Let's get one thing straight. If a woman has a history of being the other woman, she's a red flag working. You think she just accidentally ended up in a guy's bed while he had a wife at home? No, bro. That takes a choice. That takes rationalism. That takes emotional detachment from consequences. Sure, she might tell you, oh, I didn't know he was married. Okay, fair. But what did she do when she found out? A respectable woman cuts it off the second she learns the truth. No exceptions. But if she stayed, if she continued being the side dish to someone else's main course, you've got your answer. Next, if a woman behaves provocatively, swears, is rude to others, loves being the center of attention, and often uses toxic methods to achieve it, interacting with her is like a street fight. If she sees a chance to gain the upper hand, she'll use any tactic. You better be ready for it. In a relationship, this turns into scandals and quarrels, and since such a woman is used to seeing everyone but herself as the problem, one day she'll take revenge on you through some mic. At the beginning of the relationship, women like this love to trash talk their exes. And one day you might end up on that list. Next guy she meets will hear how you were just another scumbag in her history. Another bright red flag is lying, brazen lying. If even once she looked you in the eye and tried to deceive you, dodge a question, or hide something, she'll do it for the rest of her life. There are no small lies when it comes to this. There is a saying in the Bible: he who is dishonest in little is also dishonest in much. Any liar will justify their behavior to the very end. Even if you catch a woman like this cheating, she'll come up with a story where her lover, say a co-worker, just gave her a ride home, and they went to his place to deal with some accounting paperwork. As for bruises on her knees, it's just that her skin is sensitive and she bumps into the desk at work. All right, come up with the rest yourself. Next, oh, how could I forget such an obvious point? Look at her friends and the topics they talk about. If they are a bunch of glamorous girls and their hangouts are all about gossip, spa visits, hookah lounges, and clubs, turn around and run. Nothing good will come out of this. Such women can possess all the previously mentioned signs combined. The next point is bodily shame. That is the lack of reflexive modesty when the woman is without clothes. This should raise concerns. Even children after a certain age instinctively cover up the appropriate areas, even though no one ever told them to. By the age of 5 or 6, they try to hide their nudity. So if after the first intimacy the woman doesn't try to cover herself, you should start thinking, how many times has she been in the same situation with a new man? Clearly, it doesn't face her anymore. Men with more experience can confirm in the comments that women who cover themselves after their first intimate moments are generally more decent. On the other hand, women who wander around the house in Eve's costume after just a couple of days of knowing you, they are experienced in everything, including probably in making up excuses for their own infidelity. But well, if such a woman crosses your path, don't argue with her or blame her for anything. You know, I actually recommend showing a childlike curiosity and observance. With these liberated women, you can talk to them just to observe their reasoning and make conclusions for yourself. A wise man, through this dialogue, will better understand the difference between a reliable woman and a flight one. Trying to see a woman as an enemy, in my opinion, that's a limitation. The main point of this video, in the long term, in family life, the likelihood of a woman's infidelity depends not only on you and not primarily on you. You could be rich, instantly cool, handsome, and even behave in the most effective way, and it might one day be useless. If the moral and ethical standards allow the woman to cheat, it will happen. Understanding this shouldn't scare us. It should make us carefully analyze our choice of partner and approach the process of selecting a life companion responsibly. The mindset and behavior of a woman suitable for a relationship should communicate respect for the man, a desire for harmony. If, on the other hand, the woman constantly stresses you out, takes away your peace and comfort, stop. Think. Is this really what you want? Of course, it's very easy to watch a video, agree with it, but in real life, when a man meets such a fiery girl, he behaves completely differently, especially when the stunning lady is interested in getting closer. She might seem much better than she really is. And you really want to believe her. No, even more than that. You want not to believe her, but to deceive yourself. Honestly, tell me, didn't you know all the things I shared in the video? Well, if you don't know, then you felt it. So let's take a look at your past. Why did you live differently before watching this video? You chose someone, didn't you? We all know how to live, who to live with, what's right, what's wrong, but we don't live up to it. We don't align with our own beliefs. Now I'll say something scary that you need to think about. Any promiscuous woman, even one involved in escorting, doesn't consider herself bad. She genuinely believes that she is capable of being faithful and loyal. This is an example of how a person is tempted to deceive themselves. It's more pleasant for her to believe her own lies than to face the uncomfortable truth. So she deceives herself and you along with it. And she does it perfectly because when the saliva flows, the mind shifts lower down the back and you, brother, have deceived yourself. After thousands of consultations, I realized that the problem isn't about a man figuring out the problematic woman. The typical signs of unfaithful women are visible to anyone who wants to see them. The trouble is, men don't want to see them. That's the problem, because it's precisely with such a woman that they want to be together. To have a chance at a healthy relationship, you need to stop giving it to your weaknesses. For this, you must understand a simple and harsh principle. If something bothers you about a woman's behavior in the first 6 months of communication, be ready to immediately end the relationship forever. Any discomfort at the beginning is 100% a sign of future problems. If you want problematic games, stay where you are. But don't call it love or a relationship. It's not a feeling. It's some kind of gambling game in which all participants will lose sooner or later. Thank you so much for watching, friends. I hope you heard something important for yourself.